So after trying to build up our homestead for a number of years now, the best piece of advice I could probably give to any new homesteader would be focus on a single project and complete that project. Unfortunately for myself, a lot of the times I get caught up in the I want everything now mindset. So I skip around to different things. I've tried to complete the greenhouse, the goat area, the food forest, the rabbit colony, the cow fields, trying to do all of those at one time and get it all done at once because I want it right now means that a lot of those projects go unfinished for a certain amount of time, and then we have to go back and try and get them finished. It's not necessarily a bad thing. However, what tends to happen on a homestead is having limited resources, limited finance, limited help. Often when you get started on a new project and the old project kind of gets pushed to the side, there's situations where the finances you just spent on the new project could have been spent finishing the old project. With our greenhouse, the original plan was to put a sod roof on it. However, not having built the roof all the way down to the ground due to a lack of finances at the time, as well as the cost that increased greatly during the last couple of years, it kind of pushed that project to the back burner. What we should have done is finish the roof in a different method. Say putting on a metal roofing or shingles or something to actually complete the project and have it done and then move on to another project. As I mentioned, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. This roof has been unfinished now for, I want to say, a year and a half, 2 years, and it's done okay. It still does what we need it to do. It still sheds water most of the time. It sheds snow. It keeps the inside of the greenhouse warm. However, that weather does take a toll on the plywood that's on the roof. So putting on some sort of metal sheeting right away would have been so much more beneficial in the long run. What you see behind me is the rabbit colony. It's worked out pretty good, except this year we had problems. We've had a few rabbits go missing. We don't know whether it was from a predator. We put a trail camera out. We didn't see anything. What we do think might have happened is one of the burrows they dug might have collapsed during a rainy day and might have basically captured, crushed, trapped a couple of the little rabbits inside that. Looking at some of the other designs, we should have put in a floor so they couldn't dig through, basically a wire mesh, so they could stay on open ground, but they couldn't dig down into the burrows, which was one of the issues that we've heard about before with rabbit colonies, is not only rabbits, having burrows collapse, but also digging out from underneath and escaping. Now, at the same time as not having the greenhouse roof complete or the rabbit colony totally complete, we've also started work on our goat field. We've taken time out of doing other things now to complete a new project, or try and complete a new project, use finances that could be used for other things to now complete a new project as well. In some cases, we haven't used as much financial resources in these new projects as we need to in old projects. So for example, this goat field right here, we haven't actually spent any money whatsoever. We've been using logs from our property, the pine. We've been using scrap wood that we got free from other sources. So it hasn't really taken a financial toll on those other projects. However, again, the time we're putting into it could be used for other things as well. Now, sometimes skipping around to different projects is not a bad thing. Sometimes priorities take precedent over other ones on a homestead. So for example, for us, we needed a field pretty quick to separate Sirloin from the girls because he's a male, a bull, We also had to wean him as well off his mom. So we needed that field built quick to get him separated. And that meant, again, taking financial priority and time away from other projects that we could have finished first. Timing also plays a factor in these projects and priorities. We couldn't put off not paying for the pigs because we need them this year for food. So spending money on an old project to finish, say, the greenhouse roof and not buying the pigs would have put a financial strain as well as a food strain on us later because of rising food prices and not having our own pigs to harvest. We're also now in the process of purchasing a bull to be able to get the girls pregnant. Our original plan was to artificially inseminate them each year. However, for us, being on a homestead, being able to track their heat cycles, being able to get them into the cattle crush, being able to organize the entire AI process takes a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of planning, where with a bull we don't have to worry about any of that. The bull looks after all of that for us. So purchasing the bull now has probably put our purchase of our goats off till next year. So having learned those lessons over the past few years, we probably would have done things differently. We might not have gotten into rabbits or tried the rabbit colony. We might have put our full attention into the cows, even creating a new field as well for the cows instead of working on the goat field. Again, things probably would have changed if we had known now what we know then, what we knew. I always get that messed up. But if we had known then, we probably would have done things differently. We would have focused more on each individual project, saying, you know, the pigs are a project themselves, whether we're going heritage pigs or feeder pigs, the cows a project themselves. So work on getting multiple fields built for the cows all at once, getting all the infrastructure set up for the cows all at once, getting the bull, that sort of thing, instead of, you know, we're gonna do cows, we're gonna do pigs, we're gonna do meat chickens, we're gonna do rabbits, we're gonna do food for us, we're gonna do goats. We're gonna do it all at once as soon as possible and get it all done so we can have it all. It doesn't work that well. So my suggestion again, focus on a particular project, focus on a particular animal, get going on it, make sure you're doing it really well, and then move on to your next project. It will save you a number of headaches and allow you to really achieve great success with each one of those projects, and then move on to your next one and achieve great success with it. I hope this helps you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Love you.